Hola, gringos and gringas. Welcome to Gringos Are Us, Expats with a Plan. This week we're going to talk about what I encountered when I went back to the U.S. right after this. Welcome back. I recently had to return to the U.S. and I want to talk about the reactions I got in conversations that I had with people when I told them that I lived in Mexico. If you know me or if you have seen enough of these videos, you know I have no problems talking to anybody. So during the travel, which was 4 different flights from Querétaro to Dallas, Dallas to Detroit, and then in reverse coming home, I had plenty of time to talk to a lot of people. And it was really interesting, the responses that I got when, normal conversation. Well, where are you from? Oh, Mexico. I got, well, that's a beautiful state. Yes, it is. I lived in that state for a while, but I live in the country of Mexico, not the state of New Mexico. I also got, oh, wow, that's cool. Tell me more. And then I got there is no way that I could live in Mexico because it's not safe. We'll sort of deal with just the two of them. The state one, that sort of speaks for itself. That actually did happen on 2 different occasions. That, oh, it's New Mexico. No, Mexico. But the people that were, oh, that's very unusual. Tell me more. What made you want to live in Mexico? And we would discuss it and go through the whole reasons why, what we're doing as far as traveling around and finding our ultimate place to retire. And it was amazing the questions that I get, ranging from, cost of living, how do you deal with speaking the language? Not very well. Also, how is it culturally different? How's the adaptation going and everything else? And I had some very good conversations along those lines with a lot of different people. But probably an equal number of responses were of, no, I'd never moved there. Well, that's fine. No one's asking you to. But the ones that I really want to discuss were the ones that had to take it even further than that and go, oh, I wouldn't even go to Mexico because it's not safe. What do you mean it's not safe? Well, if you listen to the news, all they talk about. Well, if I listen to the news while I'm in Mexico, I'm taking my life in my hands coming back to the U.S. with the number of shootings that are going on. What's the difference? No, it's different down there. They have more murders. No, not really. I'm not going to be in Juarez or Tijuana or any of those places along the border that have become very unsafe. I tell them that, we're in the southern part of the country. And at no time have we ever felt unsafe. That we have gone out, we go to restaurants, go tour these lovely Pueblo Mágicos and enjoy the culture and everything else. Yeah, but it's only a matter of time. Well, okay, you can say the same thing about where you're at right now. It's only a matter of time. If you look at the news, what's the difference? It's just not that Mexico is getting a bad pub from the U.S. mainstream media, and part of that I actually think is to distract what is actually going on back at home. Well, what used to be home. It seems mainstream media really is wanting to put Mexico into this third world category. And there are parts of Mexico that qualify as third world because they don't have infrastructure, and it's been the same way that it has been for a long time. But there's other parts of Mexico that rival what there is in the US. It's a slightly different way of doing it. And I had one conversation while having a few beers that I was actually told that I didn't know what I was talking about. Mexico is so unsafe. Have you been to Mexico? No. I live there. You think I've got a better understanding of what's safe down there than you do? Well, no. You're just trying to make it seem nice because that's where you live. You would never catch me there. Okay, I'll agree. I hope we never do catch you there. But conversely, you live 35 minutes outside of Detroit. You wouldn't catch me in downtown Detroit. And she was like, well, no, I don't go to downtown Detroit either. Therefore, I rest my case. You don't go to the places that are going to be unsafe. But the best part really was that I did get a chance to see a lot of family, and they were really interested in what was going on and how things are truly here in Mexico, and wanted to hear about the adventures and what we have encountered and all of the good things. And it's amazing that when I start to describe some of the events and some of the things that are going on, you can actually see the heads starting to agree that, you know, it is a nice way of life when you're able to live in a place where people talk to one another, care for one another, aren't always having to look out to see who's going to be doing what to whom, because you can get in a crowd of people and you don't feel that tension. And it really was mind-blowing how many people on that side of the border are going, wow, maybe you're onto something. Shh, don't tell everybody. We like it down here. We don't want a lot of the problems that are coming from that side of the border to start coming to this side of the border. So it was a very interesting time to spend up there. Got a lot of interesting reactions. And I know this one's short, but I just wanted to share that with everybody. Hope you all had a great week. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. And as always, we are Gringos R Us, expats with a plan. We are doing it, you can too. Here's some other videos that you might want to watch. Adios.